Make no mistake, guys, female hypergamy has always existed, okay? Hypergamy with women has always existed. The only difference now in today's time is we are now being forced to deal with it, okay? We as men are now being forced to deal and cope with it and potentially overcome it, okay? Because women aren't gonna overcome their own hypergamy. If you're waiting for women to do it, you're gonna be waiting a long time, son. Female hypergamy, it's always been there, guys. It's just now, thanks to social media, thanks to the enormous growth of beta orbiters out there and incels, basically validating these women 24/7, now we are forced to deal with females acting out their hypergamy because they constantly have this illusion, right? This illusion, as I stand out here in Vegas. Vegas is one big illusion. Right? They constantly have this illusion that they can replace you with a higher value male. And to be honest with you, a lot of times these girls can't, and they mess up a good thing. They think the grass is greener on the other side, and they blow it, right? They kill like the one opportunity they could have had to be happy with a good guy, which is you. A good guy who would have taken care of her. A good guy who would have been there for her, right? A good guy who would have supported her. They freaking, like idiots, go to the slot machines, as we're here in Vegas, and risk that, and risk you, and risk your relationship together, your happiness together, your future together, to gamble on some player or some guy she barely knows that she met at the club, or she met when she was at happy hour with her girlfriend, because her girlfriend's like, oh, you can find a guy who treats you better, girl. The grass is greener on the other side, girl. Grass is greener. You know, and then she took her stupid advice, listened to her stupid girlfriend, or in the case of my ex, her stupid auntie, and totally screwed up her life. Okay? This is a great shot, by the way, guys. This is the Venetian. It's my hotel back there. This is the Mirage Fountains here. I've been shooting here all day. It's like super hot, but we're gonna keep rocking on with this because I like shooting outdoors, as you guys know. Make no mistake, if we even travel back, because you guys are like, oh, if we could only go back to the 50s. The 50s, Beaver Cleaver, Leave It to Beaver, you know, Lost in Space. That was 60s actually, but yeah, if we go back to the 50s and just make things the way they used to be, that's really not the problem. I mean, really the problem that we're dealing with is not only social media and the increase in the amount of beta orbiters that are out there, giving these women free attention and free validation on social media. I mean, not even to mention like all of these dating apps that are blowing up these girls' egos, turning all of these 4s into 9s. We call them 49ers. For you guys who haven't been on the channel long enough, call them 49ers, 4s who come in acting like 9s. Back in the day, you only used to see these type of girls at the club, right? You only used to see them at the club. Now, you see them everywhere. You see them everywhere. They're out on the street. They're in the mall. They're online, especially online, right? They're on these dating apps. Why do you think I don't use dating apps? They've taken over social media. All these 4s acting like 9s. All these post-wall former hotties acting like they can compete with the 18 and 19-year-olds just because they have 100 beta orbiters who are incels, who are like 50-year-old virgins that never got laid, liking her photos and giving her attention, right? She thinks her value is up here versus where realistically it should be, which is down here, right? And back in the day, before social media, she would know that, right? You wouldn't even have to tell her. She would know that. I've had a lot of guys tell me this, like, hey man, it used to be so easy to get a chick who was a 6, even a 7. These chicks weren't that hard to game. Now it's like they're really putting up a front. Why is it so hard? You know, and it's like, dude, this chick has fallen under the delusion that her social value is here when it's really down here. Where back in the day, before social media, she was aware of exactly where her social value was. She was not like flipping on her phone, you know, to like 100,000 likes from beta orbiters all around the world, you know, incels all around the world. She did not have that, like, that delusion, I mean that illusion I should say, that illusion falsely leading her to believe that she is this hot, high value girl when she's not. Back in the day, there was no social media, there were no smartphones, there was none of that stuff to delude these chicks into thinking that they're hotter than what they were. I mean, the way a chick would evaluate how hot she is basically by the type of guys who approached her. That's why things were way more real back in the day. Before internet, before social media, getting like a 6 or a 7, super easy, super easy. All you had to do was get the girl's number back in the day. You guys who are my age, you remember this. All you had to do is work up the courage to get the girl's number, and you would, like 8 out of 10 times, you would end up dating that girl. That chick would become your girlfriend, right? And the hotter the girl that you worked up the courage to approach, the better looking girlfriend you would end up having. Whereas today, a lot of these girls who are on social media have this false belief that they are hotter than what they actually are when they're not. The time when they figure it out and they figure out they've been sold a lemon, sold a bill of goods, is when they wake up one day and they realize that, hey, I'm 40 years old, I'm 50 years old, I have no ring on my finger. Or how come only low value guys approach me now? What happened to all the high value guys? Or how come I'm so depressed? How come I'm so miserable? Yet I have all these beta orbiters liking my photos. Why do I hate myself so much? Why do I hate my life? Why do I not feel fulfilled? Why do I feel like I settled? And then she'll start looking back and kind of backtracking like, oh wait, I lied to myself. I fooled myself into believing that my social value would stay where it is back when I was 22 forever. Because that's what I learned from, you know, the mainstream media, was that my social value would remain high and some beta orbiter would save me even after all the bad behavior and all the like guys I slept with and the dozens of times I rode the carousel. Some beta orbiter would save me. That's when she wakes up and goes, shit, I screwed myself, because now I can't get the high value guy. Now all the high value guys are going for the younger girls that were my age. I can't even get a guy my own age unless he's super low value. Make no mistake about it, fellas, female hypergamy has always existed. The only difference is we are just now being forced to deal with it and cope with it as men. And the way we are dealing with it and coping with it really is just through this red pill knowledge to know that we should not be out there saving these former hotties, saving these damaged women getting off the carousel in their 30s, you know, coming to their rescue, but instead realizing our own value as men, our own sexual marketplace value, and realizing that our sexual prime is actually between the ages of 35 and 45, and that we were sold a lemon ourselves from the mainstream, right? We're socially engineered to believe that just because a woman's sexual marketplace value ends, you know, before, like when she turns 30, that ours must end there too, and it's not true. As men, we gain our social value later in life, right? Because we make more money, we become more mature, we start crushing it in life, we start to become more of a complete person. That's just being real, man. Is your social value is going to come later, and that's really how we cope with women's hypergamy these days. And we know that, hey, we're going to experience a much later and a much longer reign, right? A much longer reign than a female would. We're going to be on the throne a lot longer than she will, because our SMV is going to come later, and it's going to be much higher than hers for many years to come. I mean, I'm already like in my 40s, man, and I mean, my SMV, I feel, is like through the roof. I look back on old photos of me back when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and I feel better, I look better, I'm happier, I have a better diet, I'm in better shape, I have more money, I'm more mature, I have a lot more going in life, a lot more high value friends, a lot more social status, and I couldn't be happier, right? I mean, a lot of you guys have even seen photos of me from back in the day when I was in my late teens and my 20s, and you've commented on the fact that, like, hey, you look way better these days than you did when you were younger. I mean, that happens too, is where, you know, some guys will get better looking as they get older. You might look a little goofy when you're younger. You'll get better looking as you grow older, right? There you have it, guys. Hypergamy in itself has always existed, only now it's kind of gone to a whole new level, thanks to all the beta orbiters out there helping catapult females' narcissism to whole new levels. But as men, we have our own weapons. We have red pill knowledge. We have the manosphere. We have ourselves, right? We have other high value men that we can ping off of, that we can share our ideas with, right? This is why you got to be subscribed to channels like mine. watch coaching videos like mine, share them with like-minded guy friends of yours. Okay? And with that said, I'm gonna wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube channel. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, okay? Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton. It tells YouTube that you are loving my videos, you're digging it. You want me to come out here to Vegas even more and shoot more coaching videos for you that can help you, educate you, and take you to the next level in life. Take you into a whole new dimension that the mainstream parents, teachers, society never ever taught you about, never even told you about, because they themselves weren't aware of it, right? So please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students are out there cold approaching and closing every single week. I kid you not, every single week, no matter what chaos is going on in the world, no matter what nonsense is going on out there, we are still making things happen. That is the absolute best way to support my work, by jumping into 7 Months of Mastery. And right now, the first month is only $1. For the entire first month of coaching lessons, it's only $1. And all you need to do to get signed up is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.